Hey there, connoisseurs. It's Rob with Powder. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also, the channel that was created by a retail investor for retail investors and home to the best MJ community. It is Monday, September 23rd. Hope you had a great weekend. And in this video, we're going to take a look at MSOS. We'll bring up the chart. I'll do some analysis and I'll discuss why the jump today. I've quite a few people asked me this question. I do think it was mostly just technical. I don't think there was any specific. Get to it though, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe. Click the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. And you should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. And full disclosure, I do own MSOS in my portfolio. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. I don't know if that is @WoodPow. I'm going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. We'll jump right into the chart here. So on the weekly time frame, we're still a weekly inside bar, which means we're still within the range of last week. So when you look at a chart and you see that we're in a daily or weekly or monthly inside bar, it just means that you're tightening up. Generally, you have these equilibriums on the shorter level time frames, but basically it just means chop. We don't really have any clear direction. So when we're up 3, 4, 5% in a day and it's still within the last week's trading range, I wouldn't consider this anything to be. I wouldn't consider it anything to do with any kind of news catalyst or something like that, right? It's more often than not just technical. And if we take a look at MSOS here on the daily time frame, it's still in a daily downtrend actually with lower highs and lower lows. So anything under 714 is just a daily lower high. So if we break 714 here, let's say into tomorrow, we would no longer be in a daily downtrend, but then we would still need to confirm a higher low and a higher high to be in a daily uptrend. So this is your downtrend here. If we come back up, break that resistance here, we're no longer in a downtrend. The trend would be flat. Then we would come down, we would look for a higher low and then a higher high, right, compared to this high. So we still got some work to do. And again, because of that alone, I wouldn't say that, we have any major reason behind this move. Sometimes you can move, 3, 4, 5% and not have a specific news catalyst or reason behind it. And there's just been some rotation, right? The S&P 500 after the 50 basis point cut didn't really see much of a move, but then the next couple of days after, we get new all-time highs. And then it's just rotation from there, right? And as I've been saying, crypto and big tech, AI, EVs, those continue to take the spotlight. And it was bullish today. It was Tesla, right? So it's just rotation, right? You have one sector, a couple names in one particular sector. People were saying that American NJ was up a bunch today. Well, if you take a look at BFF, it actually closed up over 7% today. So again, it's just leaders and laggards and rotation. It doesn't always have to be a reason. There was some people talking about GTBIF and their 50 million share buyback. And some people were saying that, it was probably due to that we were bouncing. Well, that news came out like 7 days ago, about a week ago. So I wouldn't say that would be the reason. And actually, if you look at the weekly time frame, it's a weekly inside bar similar to MSOS. But we're not even near the high of last week. The high of last week here on GTBIF on the OTC is 1087 USD. And the high of this week is 1050. And we closed the day today at 1045. So we're not even really that close to the high of last week. So I wouldn't say it's GTI that is really that's moving the needle here on MSOS. I would say it's just, we're playing catch up. And we've been bearish while the rest of the broader market has been bullish. So again, it's just rotation sectors into other sectors that didn't run yet. If we take a look at MSOS here on the daily time frame, you could see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross over the course of the next couple of days. So it's looking like we could see some continued momentum there on the daily time frame. On the monthly time frame, again, it's a monthly inside bar. We're still in a monthly uptrend, which is the most important factor. So here we have our low, high, higher low, and higher high. We did have another higher low here and a higher high. So technically, when we lost 730 there, you can make the argument that we're no longer in a monthly uptrend from there. See another monthly high, higher low, and higher high. So it's a bit choppy right now. Again, this is usually what happens near the end of the bear cycle, leading into a new potential bull cycle and bull market. This is monthly inside bar. It's the definition of chop, right? Weekly inside bar, the daily inside bar broke bullish. So we're finally starting to see, some momentum shifting here, but we still need to break bullish out of this weekly inside bar and then the monthly inside bar. So I just keep it simple. The high of last month at 780 and the low of last month at 599 are going to be supports going forward. On the weekly time frame, We are seeing a MACD bull cross on the weekly time frame. We're seeing the stochastic bullish as well, and we want to see it close over the 10-week moving average this week at 696. In terms of our weekly moving averages, we do have resistance at 785, which is the 50 weekly, and then after that, we have some runway into the 200 weekly at $17. And there was some news out today as well that that Harris said that she's going to support AI and crypto, and that had to do with NYC donors. So, as I've been saying, we're probably going to see crypto mentioned. It's going to be at the forefront, and then later MJ will come after that. Even during the debates, I said I don't think they're going to mention MJ, but if they did mention something, I think it would be crypto, right? And that again is just because crypto's been in a 4-year bull market, and we've been in a 4-year bear market on MJ, right? So it's just the most likely scenario, in my opinion. They'll want to wait till the 11th hour to mention MJ. So today they came out in support of crypto and AI. So again, over the next couple of weeks, I'm thinking that, over the next, call it, we'll say maybe mid-October, maybe between the 9th and the 16th is where I think they're going to start to pump MJ. And we know a lot of swing states right now are very much influenced by MJ policy. So I think that, like I said, over the next couple of weeks, crypto should continue to steal the show. And then in the 11th hour leading up to the elections, right in the nick of time, they'll start to pump MJ. And the best case scenario would be if both were pro rescheduling, and then if one side of the aisle came out in support of full blown descheduling and full legalization at the federal level. That would be the best case scenario. But we also have Florida on the ballot, right? I think that's going to pass probably in the mid 60s, 60%. I've been saying that for many, many months now. And that was long before Trump came out in support of it as well. So this is looking good. We still have the 50-day moving average as a brick wall of resistance as well. That's at 708. So we want to get 2, preferably 3 candle closes over that. And then if we can get over $8.09, we have some runway after that. And then, like I said, here on the 50 weekly there at 785. So we have a lot of resistance there around that $8 mark. We can get over that. Like I said, we've got some runway all the way up to our weekly moving averages. And then we take a look at the monthly time frame, the high that bounced there at 1137. So after 1137, we got 1460. Those are major resistance levels. And then the 200 weekly there at 1754. So leading into the end of the year here, depending on how many catalysts we get thrown together, depending how hard or if they push 2 or 3 weeks before the election, I think they'll really start to pump it. And like I said, I mentioned that the other side of the aisle will probably turn pro crypto, which they have today. We got that news. Or so before the election, then they'll come out in support of MJ, and then there'll be a decision to make, right? People will be like, okay, this to make up my mind on who's the best to vote for, right? So I think this is all by design, but the great news is, we could see a little bit more downside. There's some names like CBC that just had a death cross, so we could see a little bit more chop over the next week or so. And then, like I said, into mid-October, I think is when we're really going to start to see some fireworks in the sector. All right, going into there, it's Rob with Powder, going to the Oilers game tonight. So thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth. It's a pre-game. We're playing Calgary, so Battle of Alberta. Give me a good one. Oilers go. All right, enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you again on the next video.